I don't know if he's on deck. I didn't say dick, I said deck. On deck, we have the very funny, he came all the way from Orlando. Give it up for Donald Thomas!
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Woo! Greg Metz, when he does a show, you have to like, he's finished? No, he's not. Is he finished? I'm coming up. I'm coming up. How you guys doing from Orlando? I heard my Orlando people, married people, give it up. My name is Don Thomas. I've been married 28 years, you know. Give it up for that. Who's the two married 28 years? 64 being married, so 64 being married years. Hey, the thing about being married, check this out. Being married, you know, when you first get married, you're having sex, right? You have sex all over the place. Sex in the room, sex on different places like that. So about in the 7th year, you start having sex in a position like the missionary position, the one room in the house like that. You start getting married 23 years, 20 years plus, sex becomes a mission, you know. You gotta make sure everything is done. You gotta make sure the house is done, the house is paid for, the kids are asleep, her hair is done, her salon thing like this. You know, this is why men get tired, you know. We're like, I'm only good for like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm trying to make all that trim the grass and everything, so I ain't got no more energy left, you know. That's like I like to have a woman with big breasts. You know? I'm getting old now. Just give me one big titty. I just take one. I like the one. You know, I ain't got that much energy. I ain't got that much time. I can't mess with the other one. So I got to get the hell out of here. You know, I ain't got that much time. You know, can't be dealing with that. You know, I'm 64. I'm chasing a couple things. I'm chasing, you know, my thing being longer than my balls. You know, so I got to get out of here with that. Everything. Can you relate? Who I'm hearing? Can you relate, y'all? What else got going on? I'm sick, like I said, being 64, I get mad at certain things. I'm starting to get angry. Ever get angry at somebody sitting in the right turn lane, won't turn right till the light turn green? Anybody with me? Hey, turn that goddamn car, you know? Turn, or, you know, I get mad at people who wants to borrow money from me, don't have no mortgages, no payments, and them people like in the 40s. They ain't got none of that, and I got all of that stuff going on. They want to borrow money from me, you know? I'm like, that stuff pisses me off, you know? You know, one thing that's pissing me off right now, the new thing, Ozempic, you know? You want to know Ozempic pisses me off? You want to know why? Because it's cutting to my big women pool. You know? I like my big women, you know. Hey, get up for the big women, you know. As being African American, it's just stereotyping a little bit. You know, African American males, we like our big women. You know, we got at least 3 or 4 white women, big women. We don't care. We got to have at least 3 or 4. And I think Ozempic is cutting into that, you know. And I think it's a conspiracy, you know. And like for the rest of the African American, I think they had the racist meeting. All right. What can we take away from the black man now? Let's take away the fat white woman. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, right there. So they got those. Yeah, I think it's a conspiracy, you know. So I tell my girls, big girls, I say, get off the needles and get back on the Cheetos, you know. you know, get off the gun, and get back on the Cinnabons, you know. I got that going on, that, you know. Speaking of God, what's going on? You know, like I said, people say I look like a certain person, you know. They say I look like O.J. Simpson a little bit, you know. So the strange thing about that is my wife's name is Nicole. And my son's name is Justin. And my daughter's name is Sydney, just like O.J.'s kids. We didn't plan that shit. It just happened to find out. And someone called us on, hey, you guys are named like the O.J. family. So I started doing comedy. I said, you look like O.J. So my wife freaked out. Oh, God, you look like O.J. family. You look like O.J. thing. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Then I started walking out of the house. She said, where are you going? So I'm going to get me a knife, a Bronco, and a glove to keep your ass in check. That's what I'm going to do. You start yapping at me. That's why I'm going to show you all that stuff. You know, I'm getting on out of here. You know. What else you got going on? You got, I like to talk about some stuff going on with the political. I don't want to get too political, but I want to talk about ICE a little bit. You know, I'm from the '60s. I'm an African American. Let's be real. If they, police agency used to shoot black people. You heard about that all the time. But I got to give it to ICE. ICE killing everybody. They don't give a crap. They're killing everybody. Women, kids, they don't care like that. But I just noticed one thing in Minnesota that they didn't know black people got killed in Minnesota. As they've noticed that, or any ICE, because you know why? Black people don't come out in the cold, man. It's like we ain't coming out in the cold. We ain't doing. In the history of all the marches we done had, and the the marches, the riots, and everything else. Like you ain't never seen us out in the cold. You might come out to meet some rain, but you ain't never seen. Hey, I'm being real, man. They never come out. We learned a long time ago when you come out in the cold and snow, they think we bears and shit, so people just shoot us, So I got that going on. So get up ice. Let's talk about TSA a little bit. I worked at TSA 17 years, you guys, until, right now, what is it when you don't get paid for working? What do they call that? You work and you don't get paid for it. What is it? That's slavery, right? That's slavery. That's why this nickname is TSA right now, Trump Slavery Agency right now. But a little bit. I don't want to get there like that. But I swear to God, I was in the airport the other night, and I swear to God, they were singing spirituals back there. Oh Lordy, we are checking bags with people all the way up to their necks. It won't be another 3 weeks before we get a check. And then that would be something going on. Oh, what else we got, you guys? I talk about people, we talk about certain things. I like to talk about, we just got over every March right now. We got past the overpayments for Christmas and stuff, So Christmas when you overpay and the repo man comes after you. So they got a repo man for all kind of stuff, right? A repo man for cars, boats, and everything else. But one thing they don't have repo man for, you know what they have repo man for? They don't have for sex change operations. Could you imagine that? Somebody busting through the door, bam! You 4 months behind. Give up the dick, give it up. Give it up. And they had the meeting, they gotta have the meeting for it, the meeting at the place. All right, you guys, today we got 4 cars, 3 RVs, 3 houses, and we got 3 dicks. All right, who will get the dicks today? Bob, you got the dicks today. But oh man, I had them last week. Why I gotta get them again? Why you gotta get them again? I traded you for the other stuff. No, Bob, no. But gay Ramon back there, I'll take the dicks. All right, you guys, that's my time. Let me get on out of here. Thank you very much for being here.
Keep it going for Donald Thomas, everybody.